Hello, those of you, those freshmen who are still sticking with me. I'm very happy you're sticking with me. First of all, those of you who have wished me well with my illness, I am feeling much better. Um, it is a whale of an illness, so you do want to keep yourself safe. But that said, as I said, those of you who are still sticking with me, I'm really happy you are sticking with me because I do believe you will genuinely be more prepared next year. I understand if you can't quite keep deadlines, that's okay. But with that said, my goal for you is that when you leave this class, you will be able to write the best essay you can write because we have more time, because we have space, because there's fewer of you. I can help you more in a sense, just can't help you live. Um, so that means those of you who struggled with the first one, by the time this is done, I hope you can write a solid, proficient essay. Those who were a proficient essay last time, I hope you can write an advanced essay. Those of you who were advanced last time, I'm looking for you to push beyond the basic essay formula, which, because it's a formula, it's limited no matter how well it's done. So that's my goal for you. You can write the best essay you can write, and you go into sophomore year, you are 100% prepared for academic writing. And academic writing, as we know, hopefully we know, begins with a thesis. Writing a strong essay starts with a thesis. You don't write a strong thesis? If you have a strong thesis, I would genuinely estimate that 75 to 80% of you will have an equally strong essay. And if you have a weak thesis, I guarantee you're not writing a good essay. It's just that simple. That one sentence is so important, and you have to have a good, strong, solid thesis. So, a quick review of what a thesis is. It is a one-sentence, opinion-based claim statement. In one sentence, you're giving an overview for the whole essay. And if you do it well, you are organizing your entire essay before you even write it. A person, a teacher in this case, should be able to look at your thesis and have a pretty good idea of what your essay is going to look like. That's kind of how it works. With that said, it is one complete grammatically correct sentence. One sentence. Not two, not three, not four, not half a sentence. One complete grammatically correct sentence. It is not a question. It is a statement. It is debatable. It is defensible. It uses formal language. It's entirely in third person, and it names all characters and concepts. Now, the basic formula for a thesis, and again, this is a formula, therefore it's limited. But it is what I believe minus the words I believe plus 2 to 3 reasons. If you are someone that just finds the what I believe minus I believe thing kind of confusing, then it is what you believe, but you don't put the words I believe. But what I believe minus I believe plus 2 to 3 reasons. Quick thesis. This is how it would be graded on the, or will be graded, I guess, on the rubric. An advanced thesis, as far as I'm looking for, the difference between advanced and proficient, it's the word choice. It's the sentence structure. It's the way you're thinking about the subject. So the thesis statement itself, the reading is involved because how are you thinking about the subject? If it's simple, it will be in the thesis. If it's more complex, you'll see it. The basic thesis, there's an introduction, but it's really not a thesis statement. And the emerging thesis, it meets all the criteria of a thesis statement, but it's just very simple. I'm going to go over an emerging thesis, a proficient thesis, and what I'm looking for, an advanced thesis for those of you who are looking to break through and make stronger academic writing. An emerging thesis meets all the requirements of a thesis, but it's limited to the formula. There's unsophisticated word choice and sentence structure, and maybe too much of a focus on plot instead of theme usually. And it doesn't really demonstrate deep thinking about the text, but it does meet the requirements of a thesis. An example, and I'm going to use speak as an example. I hope you at least kind of remember it from first quarter. So I'm going to use that as an example. Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson is about a girl who needs to speak up for herself to be happy, as shown through Melinda's unhappiness at the beginning of the book and then her happiness at the end. That meets all the requirements of a thesis statement. And based on this thesis statement, I know that the first body paragraph is going to be about Melinda's unhappiness at the beginning, and the second body paragraph is going to be about her happiness at the end. And that's fine. But it's got simplistic word choice. Happy, unhappiness, happiness. Okay? It very strictly sticks to the formula, so in that respect, there's limitations. it makes it limited. It frames it in such a way that it's about a girl who needs to speak up for herself. It's about a theme, but it frames it in such a way that it seems like it's about the plot. This should be about theme. And what the writer is saying, though it's appropriate, doesn't show any great amount of depth in thinking. That's an emerging thesis. Again, meets all the requirements of a thesis, but limited in terms of word choice, in terms of sentence structure, in terms of the formula, in terms of the thinking about the text. A proficient thesis also meets the requirements of a thesis. The word choice and sentence structure are a bit more sophisticated and interesting. This, however, is fully focused on theme, but the insight is still limited, or at least the expression of the insight leaves it limited, because ultimately, if you lack the words to say something deep, then it's not deep. Even if it's in your head a certain way, if you can't communicate it, it's just not deep, it's limited. An example. Laurie Halse Anderson wrote Speak to show how people need to communicate with others in order to find satisfaction, as shown through Melinda's grades earlier in the text, her stalled artwork, and when she does speak, she has an improved outlook on life and completed artwork. Okay, so again, it meets the formula. It is formulaic and therefore limited. But with that said, the vocab picks up a little. Instead of happy, 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 she finds satisfaction. For example, the sentence structure is still basic, but it's a little expanded. The focus is strictly on theme. It is no longer plot. Laurie Halse Anderson wrote Speak to show how people need to communicate. That's not about plot. That's theme. And the overall thesis, again, fits formula to the T, but because there's better word choice, stronger sentence structure, it's basic insight, but it seems a little heavier, a little deeper. That's proficient. That's the formula. But that's the formula really well done. So what does advanced look like? Advanced meets the requirements of a thesis, just like all the other ones. The word choice and sentence structure become much more sophisticated and interesting. Now you're starting to use those $10 words. It is fully focused on theme. It demonstrates deeper insight into the reading, and the formula is no longer formulaic. It's interrupted. It's not as stuck in the formula. Here is an example. Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson demonstrates how a person requires communication and interpersonal connections in order to find emotional and artistic fulfillment, as shown by comparing Melinda's outlook at the beginning of the text, when she was silent, to her outlook at the end of the text, when she communicated through both writing and through her art. Okay, let's start with number one, the obvious stuff. It meets the requirements of a thesis statement. That hasn't changed. The vocab is much more advanced. We're not talking about happy and happiness and unhappiness. Instead, it's communication and interpersonal connections. It's emotional and artistic fulfillment. It's much stronger vocab. And look at the sentence structure. It's not just one straight sentence, but there's a lot of ins and outs to this sentence that makes it a stronger sentence. The focus is fully on theme. Now, the insight. Frankly, it's still largely the same. But the thing is, it's written in so much more an advanced way that it comes off as being more deep. It comes off as being more thoughtful. And lastly, it's not the formula. It's not what I believe minus I believe plus 2 to 3 reasons. Instead, it kind of compares two different situations and mentions 3 reasons, but does not lay them out in a formula. That is what advanced looks like. Advanced uses the formula, but it blows it apart and moves forward beyond it. That is how you get to a truly advanced thesis, which is the first step to having a truly advanced essay. What are you doing? You are going to the Canvas, a Raisin in the Sun module, going to the final essay organizer. First, it goes through the basics, and then you write your thesis. If you would like me to approve your thesis before you move forward through this packet, then let me know. Just send me the thesis. I will okay it, or I will offer suggestions, or I will say, okay, right now it's proficient, this is how you need to be advanced, etc. But feel free to get in touch with me with a thesis if you'd like me to look at it before you move past the thesis part of the organizer. Once you do that, you're writing your main ideas. This is the same concept as the thesis. Emerging. At the beginning of the text, Melinda is unhappy and doesn't speak. Okay, meets the requirements, but it's simple. Proficient, one way that lack of communication produces lack of satisfaction is shown through Melinda's grades. Getting there, it's getting farther ahead. And under advanced, Melinda's failure to communicate and connect with others in the beginning of the text results in her artistic, emotional, and personal silence and alienation. I mean, you could see pretty clearly the difference between emerging and proficient and then proficient and advanced. And again, same concept as thesis, the main idea connects right back to the thesis. So, once you've written your thesis, you maybe had it okay by me, then you've written your 2 to 3 main ideas, you're going to go back through your other packets and find the quotes you're going to be using for this essay. You should have at least 2 quotes per paragraph. If you want to have 3, that's fine if you're looking for longer, but I would suggest sticking with 2. If you really want to go for a home run of an essay, I'd go for 3 body paragraphs, 2 quotes each. If there is a quote you remember, but don't remember where it is, let me know. Again, I basically have the book memorized. I'll be happy to help you and tell you where it is. I'll tell you what it is. I will send it to you. Once that's done, you're turning it in on Canvas, and I will check it. And once that is done, you have everything ready. Everything you need for your essay, which we will officially start next week. So, Final Essay Organizer is the only thing, along with One Achieve, that I need from you this week. Those are the only things. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for listening.